A rise in anti-Semitism seen around the globe. Welcome to Faith Nation. I'm John Jessup.
And I'm Jenna Bretter.
Well, CBN News has been following and reporting on the growing trend of anti-Semitism across Europe. Last night, French protesters spoke out against what's happening in Jewish communities there.
This comes just months after a massacre in the United States targeting a Pittsburgh synagogue, and as anti-Israel voices gain strength with lawmakers in Congress. Thousands gathered under a setting sun to protest rising anti-Semitism in France. Former French President François Hollande spoke as France held nationwide rallies, just hours after the discovery of swastikas painted on some 80 gravestones in a Jewish cemetery. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the desecration of graves shocking, and another Israeli official urged Jews in France to come home. In response, French President Emmanuel Macron laid a wreath and observed a moment of silence at the Holocaust Museum in Paris. This after speaking out against a French proposal to criminalize anti-Zionism.
All city units are being sent to an active shooter.
The emboldened acts of anti-Semitism in France come just 3 months after this deadly attack on a Jewish community in the U.S. The suspect in the shooting massacre at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh pled not guilty to 11 counts of hate crimes and murder.
It's like a contagious disease that's always under the surface, and sometimes it spurs up into epidemic proportions, and then sometimes it recedes.
Michael Rydelnik's parents survived the Holocaust. He now is an expert on anti-Semitism with the Moody Bible Institute.
And we thought after the Holocaust, most historians and analysts thought that's the end of it. We saw how evil it is, it would be over. And yet, in recent days, it's revived really strongly.
Rydelnik says this type of hatred knows no political party and exists in both extreme fringes. Freshman Congresswoman Ilhan Omar apologized after tweeting criticisms of U.S. support of Israel. And tweeting in 2012, Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel. The Anti-Defamation League recently issued a report that shows anti-Semitic incidents rose nearly 60% in just 1 year, from 2016 to 2017.
Well, I think it's really interesting that the new anti-Semitism used to just be on the right-wing, fascist kind of Nazi kind of ideology, extreme right. I don't want to think all conservatives like that, but the extreme right. Now the extreme left has embraced it as well, and so you have two groups. And I think also the part of the liberal ideology today, the extreme left, is extremely anti-Israel, and because of that, there's a greater propensity to persecute Israel, oppress, or argue against Israel, but it's because it's a Jewish state. It's the Jewish state of Israel that they're angry about.
And CBN News has also reported on a spike of anti-Semitism on college campuses in the United States. Rydelnik says even in Asian countries where fewer people are Jewish, a growing tide of anti-Semitism is taking hold.